Hi, chat. We're in the just chatting stream right now because I want to talk for a little bit before we get started. And just, give people a chance to come in, say hello, maybe ask some questions that we can answer later on in the show. Welcome, Sherry. How you doing? Giggle the Bard. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Bayou. Hoping you pass a good time here. So, the main topic for this thing today is obviously we're going to be talking about SLOBS OBS versus regular OBS, and I got a fair few things to say. I got a fair few things to say. I have a couple articles open here just to talk about a couple different things. Yami Twilight, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Bayou. Hope you can pass a good time here. I got a fair few things to talk about. And I'm also going to be referencing some articles I have open that sort of talk about the pros and cons of each, because I'm not going to just straight up bash on SLOBS OBS. I certainly don't like SLOBS OBS, but I also understand that SLOBS OBS is good for a very particular type of person who wants to get into content creation. A very particular type of person. So basically I guess the more I think about it, it's like if you're a VTuber, especially if you're a live 2D VTuber, and you put a lot of money into starting this up, I don't think you should skip out on using something like OBS just because it might be a little more difficult to set up than SLOBS OBS. Like, fairly, in my opinion, it's really not. It's about the same difficulty wise, but if you're going to put that much money into it, I think you should make sure that you're using the best possible software for what you're using. You should use what's going to perform the best, what's going to allow you to put on the best show if you're going to be a VTuber, because you're putting so much money into it. Why wouldn't you try really hard? Why wouldn't you put in the extra time to do an effective show? It seems silly to me. It's like, oh, but this is hard. And I'm like, yeah, and being an entertainer is hard too. And being funny is hard, or being good at video games is hard. There's a lot of things going on here. So, yeah. That's kind of how I see it. I think skipping out on the effort for a good like system flow and a good just like having good tools for streaming, I think skimping out on that as a VTuber is a really bad idea, because if your software and all of your assets, not like art wise, but like if all of your stuff like within your software that you're using to stream is not good, all that money you spent doesn't matter, because if it can't run it, it doesn't matter. If you're struggling to do the content you want to do because your computer is having issues running SLOBS OBS, then what was all that money you spent being a VTuber on? Like, you don't need the best computer, but you should at least spend the time to try and optimize things. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Let's see. Other than that, it's been a day. Well, let's be a little casual for a bit. So I'm doing this stream today talking about SLOBS OBS and OBS. When we go to my live screen, it's going to look a little weird because it's going to be like a repeating thing on it's going to be like a repeating thing on my OBS side, but then Streamlabs is not going to be repeating. I'll probably make Streamlabs a little larger as we're going through like the interface on there, just so we can like look at stuff and see what it's like. And probably the same on OBS, so we can look at the interface there. But yeah. Take a drink real quick. So as a reminder for everybody, this is my last stream for probably this week because I'm getting my second COVID shot tomorrow. And all I've really heard is people have had lots of like side effects from it. Like they get over it, but it's like a lot of stuff. So I want to make sure that I don't like try to stream or try to work if I'm like not feeling up to it, because I already have other stuff I'm gonna have to probably do, even if I did feel sick. You know, that's just the way it is. But I think maybe that's enough talking for now. Let's go to the live scene real quick. All right, so hello. You can see here on my live screen, we have OBS open and we have SLOBS OBS open. So there's a lot going on in OBS and not so much going on here. But we'll get into that a little later. First thing I want to talk about is we're going to talk about some pros and cons of each real quick. What are the pros of OBS? OBS is open source. What that means is that people can freely contribute to the development of OBS. It is open broadcast software, and it is a project that people can contribute to. So theoretically, everybody in the world can work on it, which is kind of cool. That's really neat. While what I have set up might not look straightforward, it is pretty straightforward. I would suggest if you're using OBS, you get OBS.live, because that'll let you use Stream Elements and integrate that. And I'll also probably be going over Stream Elements later too. Biggest thing, most important thing, arguably the most important thing, OBS, because it's much simpler, has lower CPU usage. I'm not sure if you guys can read this right here, but this is my stats panel. This tells me a lot of really useful information. It's telling me my CPU usage, which, by the way, let me double check if I'm actually using this or not. Output. Yeah, I'm using software encoder. That's basically the more CPU intensive encoder. 6%, 4%. It can get up to like 10% if I'm playing a game. 10, 15, like 15 if I'm playing a game on the PC. You know, I have console games, but it only goes up to that. Whereas like in Streamlabs OBS, you can see your CPU usage get up to 40 or 50, and that's pretty bad. You know, that's pretty bad, especially for somebody who doesn't know as much about computers. You know, because a lot of stuff is already being used by other things. Your savior is here. What's going on? I don't know if you're my savior, but hello. Let me see real quick. I need to get rid of Twitter before I forget, because we shouldn't have Twitter up. Twitter is a distraction. So another thing is OBS also has compatibility with a lot of operating systems. It has compatibility with Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, which is really nice. Hi, Moonsy. Hi. My monitor looks kind of crazy right now, so I apologize about that. Hello. Right now we're talking about the pros of OBS and the con, and we're going to be getting into the cons, and then after we talk about the pros and cons of each, I'm going to get a little deeper into the user interface of each, starting with Streamlabs. Also, like, you can connect to a bunch of different streaming services on OBS. You can connect to Twitch, Facebook, Caster, YouTube, all those things. Now, in this article, one of the cons it says is for OBS is that it has a lack of functionality. Initially, it does have a lack of functionality, but here's the thing. You put your own needed functionality into OBS. Like you see these things, my reward queue, my activity feed, my chat, stats, controls, all that stuff. Those are docs. And these two and the stream chat, those are browser docs. It gives me exactly everything I need. Here, let's look at a doc here. We're gonna do something funny. Guess what else I can put on here? I can put Twitter on here. It's like, do I want Twitter? Yeah, I can put Twitter on here. Do I want to be a real memer right now? Guess what? I'm putting Discord on it. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to put Discord on it. Anything in a fancy southern accent. Well, you see, there are so many things that you can put on with the browser docs. And they are pretty simple to go through, but we won't go through them right now. We have a lot of things to talk about. Now we're going to get into the pros of Streamlabs OBS. I'm going to stop right there. Sorry. One of the pros of Streamlabs OBS is that it's user-friendly. I'm kind of... Maybe I'm just good with computers and technology and such, but I don't really find it super user-friendly. The only thing I find kind of user-friendly is like being able to utilize widgets in there, but the thing is like Stream Elements and OBS are kind of doing that better in my opinion. That's sort of my thing. I find it better in OBS. Yeah, that's true. You do have undo. That's like one kind of nice thing. Undo is... Wait, no. Shouldn't undo. Oh, I guess undo isn't in OBS. There might be a plugin for that. I don't know. By the way, I was shown a website that you can get custom plugins for OBS that people make. Now that's cool. That's really cool. Let me go find the link for that real quick. Where is it? So yeah, it's the form. Control S does not save. Well, here's my question. What are you saving with Control S? Like, what are you saving? What do you need to save? There's nothing to save. Saving the scene? The scene saves automatically. Like, what are you trying to save in the scene? Is it that you only want to save at certain times? I don't know. That seems a little weird. That's just me, I guess. Yeah, OBS Project Form has a lot of really great resources for custom plugins if you want to like get more stuff on your OBS. Like OBS is kind of like the bare bones thing that you can build up and make it exactly what you want. Streamlabs OBS has a whole bunch of stuff. Best comparison I can make is Streamlabs OBS is like a Mac and OBS is like a Windows PC. Or, you know, maybe even better, Linux. It's more like Linux. You put exactly what you want on OBS. And that's really nice because it makes it really efficient CPU wise. What's up, Macchiato? You know, there's a lot of features in Streamlabs OBS that, you know, if you're a new streamer, I would say maybe Streamlabs is pretty good for you. But like I said before, if you're a VTuber, you're already spending so much money being a VTuber that I don't see a reason to not spend time learning OBS, because you want to be able to put on the best show, and a lot of your stuff that you use takes a good amount of computer resources. So you want to make sure that this thing that helps put on your show is the best that it can be. So now that we've talked a little bit about that, why don't we take a look at the user interface for Streamlabs OBS? So no, that's not what I want. So I'm gonna make this larger real quick. So as you can see, this is what my layout's like right now. You can edit your layout. Wait, that's not that. That's the alert box library. So let's look at settings real quick. What I'm going to tell you right now is looking at the settings here, you're basically going to see all the same settings in OBS. Pretty much everything is the same. You know, confirm stream title and game before going live. Yeah, that'd be nice in OBS, but here's the thing. You can just go to your stream manager and do that. Like, if you don't have your stream manager open while you're streaming, I find that a little weird, but if you can't have Chrome open, here's the thing. You can take your stream manager and just put it in OBS. Like, why wouldn't you put it in OBS? That's a really good idea, I think. Just put it in OBS. If, like, having Chrome open is not good. Configure default devices, auto optimize. Guess what? That's an OBS. Show confirmation dialog. Yeah, we have that. That's an OBS too. Let's see. Source alignment snapping. That's I'm pretty sure that's an OBS as well. Stream. Hey, look at that. You can do this. You can link all your stuff in there. That's kind of nice, but you don't. It's not really a huge deal to put in your stream key in OBS. Which I guess, by the way, I'm probably going to have to not show this screen on OBS because I don't want you guys to see my stream key. That would be bad. Also, OBS Prime, or Streamlabs Prime, that's terrible. I hate it. They're making you pay to get things that you can get on Stream Elements for free. Here's your output. This is 100% the exact same. This is 100% the exact same as OBS. This 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 the exact same as, guess what? OBS. Scene collection. You can export an overlay file. Yeah, you can export an overlay file. You can do that in OBS too. Notifications. You can show notifications and stuff for like skip frames and whatnot, but here's the thing. When that happens, you can already see that in OBS and the stats thing. Which, by the way, my biggest gripe, you have to open up a separate window for your performance metrics for like your CPU usage. And look at this. I don't even have OBS. I don't even have Streamlabs OBS running. It's not actually doing anything, and it's taking up 2%, 3% CPU. You can kind of put that there, which I guess is all right. You know, you can put that there, but you can't move where this is at all, which is really frustrating. And it's only a few stats, which is pretty frustrating. Here, let's go back here. Appearance. You know, that's your theme, scene selection mode. It's whatever. You can enable this in your chat doc. Well, you can do that in your chat doc in OBS too. You can adjust the chat size, which you can do in OBS too. Remote control, virtual webcam. You can actually just start the virtual webcam in OBS. You don't have to go here to do that. Game overlay. I don't know what that is. Prime. Oh, we don't want that. We don't want to pay monthly for Prime because that's stupid. Here's your dashboard thing. Cloudbot, which you don't really need. Layout editor. I actually really don't like this because here's the thing. You can only choose between these types of layouts, and you can't adjust the size of anything. Actually, wait. Yeah, you can't adjust the size of anything. You can't adjust the size of anything in here. It's so stupid. You can't adjust like the size of things. So if you want your mini feed like up here, well, guess what? Now this is your mini feed. This is your editor. You can't adjust the size of things. You know, it basically looks like this. Like I like my mini feed up top, but like I can't do anything with this right now. It's like, do I want it there? Okay. Do I want that there? You don't really have a lot of flexibility with where you want things. Like, you have some things, but the thing is in Streamlabs OBS, you can resize every single window in each position and move it away. It's really nice. Studio mode. You know, studio mode's, you know, basic thing. Transition. Have your transition there. Fun. Your mixer. Basic mixer UI. We'll turn this off. Now here's the thing I really don't like. Look at all of these overlays you can get. But notice here that it says you need Prime for it. And do you want to know what you have to do with Prime? You have to pay for it. Look at these scene themes you can get. All of them. All of these scene themes. You see, they're all here and they're for Prime. Sort by most popular. Static. They're all listed as Prime, and you have to pay for Prime. I hate that. I hate the fact that you have to pay for these. And you're like, but don't you always have to pay for things? Yeah, I pay for custom made. I pay for custom made overlays. That's fine if you're paying for custom made. But if you're starting out and you don't even know if you want to do this yet, getting some basic ones if you want to use, that's totally fine. But you shouldn't really have to like pay for them, especially if you don't know if you want to use it or not. Here's the App Store. Now this arguably is something that I've heard from people is kind of nice, but I don't really care about it. You can get a lot of this stuff by finding someone who's made it for OBS. Advanced overlay maker, there's no reason to have that. It's dumb. Bongo Cat, somebody said they wanted Bongo Cat in OBS. I think somebody tried to make one. It may not look exactly like this, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, that's Streamlabs OBS. That's Streamlabs OBS. I'm not gonna lie, I hate it. I don't like Streamlabs OBS. If you're starting out streaming and you're not a VTuber, or you're gonna be like a PNG tuber and you haven't paid for anything yet, I think Streamlabs OBS is okay if you want to start. If you want to like learn some basic things, but your eventual goal should be to go to OBS. Your eventual goal should be, if you want to start streaming, is you can start here. That's totally fine. But this should be the end goal. You should try to get to use OBS, because OBS will be better for you every single time. Now let's have fun and look at our OBS interface. Look at all this stuff here, and you're probably very confused at a lot of things. Well, you see, here's the thing. There's a lot of customization here. Look at that. Is there a way to capture desktop audio without Discord VC audio bleeding into it? Like when you're in the intermission screen, you want to play music without the voices. So, no, that's not confusing, because this is something I had to learn before I started VTubing. I mean, you can preview it, but here's the thing. Why would you pay for that when you can get basically the same thing in Stream Elements for free? You can get a lot of those kind of overlays for free. Or you can make your own. Just like put some simple things, like put some text in there. Because here's the thing. You don't need a super fancy overlay to stream. You don't really need one. Especially if you just want to like try it out. You know? You can make stuff if you want. Simple stuff. There's a lot of tutorials out there on how to do it. You can make it. It's easy. Well, maybe not. It's not easy to make animated ones, but like You want animated ones, you should be trying to get ones custom to your brand and who you are as a VTuber or streamer. That's what you should do. Back to Macchiato's question. The major thing that you do is, so you see it right here. I have a lot of different audio sources right now. What you do, and this is a thing that I learned fairly recently. Let's go to settings, audio. So as you see here, you have global audio devices. I disable every single one of these. Now there's a reason for that, because when you go here, you can add an audio output or an audio input device. So let's say you want to capture your desktop audio, but you don't want Discord. Well, it's going to take a little bit of work. What you'd have to do is go to your sound settings here. So here we are in sound settings, and you want to go to your advanced, to your app volume and device preferences. And then here, actually this isn't right, hang on. So you see here, this is you change your output and your input for these. So let's say you want to capture your desktop audio. Well, you can do that and get rid of Discord by putting Discord on a different output. If all of your sound is going through that, that means you need to try and get like a mixer type thing. Now there are software level mixers like Voice Meter and some other things, but I'm not an expert on that. I have a hardware mixer because I wanted one. I have a Go XLR. I like that. I like it personally. I would not say you should pay for that. I pay for it because I'm very serious about what I'm doing, and I wanted the best stuff I could get. But yeah, that's what you should look into. You should look into how to split up where audio is going. And then you do have an XLR. Yeah, so basically, like, if you have your Go XLR and you have your different audio channels, you want to put Discord on a different audio channel than your system. And then what you do is you add an audio output capture device thing, and then you just capture it through here as a source. Okay. Let's see. So let's look at some other things. We'll go to the basic settings. So I can't go to my stream thing. Oh wait, actually, hang on. Service Twitch automatically. Oh wait, you can, guess what? You can connect your account. You can connect your account. How cool is that? You can connect your Twitch account on here. Especially if you're using OBS.live, you can connect your Twitch account. Then you have all that stuff. There's bandwidth test mode. Your Twitch chat add-on, guess what? Better TV and Frankerface Z. It's really nice. All this stuff here, guess what? It even tells you what this stuff can do. It tells you, hey, this might be kind of stressful on your system. Here's all. Monitoring device. I think that was on this. Let me refresh that. I had to do cancel on that. Monitoring device system. Yeah, we'll just leave it on system. Look at that. It has all this stuff, and not only that, you can do all this push to talk delay and this other delay, which is really nice. You have all of your stuff here for this. Hotkeys. You can do all your hotkeys. Guess what? You can even filter search them in here. How cool is that? Your advanced settings right here. Priority process normal, renderer, direct 3D 11, all this. You can have file name formatting for all of your recordings, stream delay, automatic reconnect, your network stuff, sources. You can enable browser source hardware acceleration, which I like personally. Lots of really cool things. Start virtual webcam. Guess what? You can just click that and start your virtual webcam. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. Stats. This is my favorite section in all of OBS. Because it tells you your CPU usage. It tells you how much space you have available on your hard drive. It tells you your memory usage. It tells you your FPS. It tells you your average time to render a frame. It tells you frames missed due to rendering lag, and then skipped frames due to encoding lag. All of that stuff's cool. Very important. Very great. I love it a lot. It tells you your output status, stream, live, recording, and active. It tells you your dropped frames here. Sorry, I needed to take a drink. It tells you your bitrate. It tells you your total data output. It gives you a lot of info. Now, if you're like a standard person, guess what? You may not need to know all that stuff, but here's the thing. There is stuff on here that you should know about. You should know what your CPU usage is. You should know what frames have been messing up and why. You should know if you're live. You should know what your drop frames are based on network. You should know what your bitrate is. You should know your memory usage. Those are important. You have your scenes and your sources. Guess what? If I wanted to move this like right here, I can do that. And it'll snap into that area. So I don't have to go and choose a I don't have to go and choose a layout like you do in SLOBS OBS. All I have to do is, you know, click this, which disconnects it from everything. Go and find what you can do with them. You can also overlay things and make them into tabs. Yeah, you can do that. I haven't done that. I probably should maybe try that at some point. Let's look at a couple of the other things. So transform, you can edit transform, you can order things, move to top to bottom, advanced audio properties. You can lock your preview, which is pretty nice. View, you can have full screen interface. Docs are my favorite thing in the world. Why? Because you can literally put anything you want on here. Anything you want. If it is a web page, you can put it on here. Let's see. What's something that I can put on here? Chat, give me like a website or something I can put on here that is within TOS, mind you. Give me a website I can put on here that is within TOS. YouTube, Twitch. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. Now that I think about it. I'm going to go to a YouTube live stream right now. So that's Lami. Okay. So we have Lami right here. And we have the chat. So you want to get YouTube chat. Well, first thing you do is you go to pop out chat. And we're going to lower that. As you see here, this is the chat. This is top chat. What you do is you copy this URL. This is where you would name your doc. Now you have that. You can apply it. And now here's this. Downside is it's in light mode. I think you have to put another parameter in there for light mode. But yeah, guess what? We have YouTube chat right there. YouTube chat's right there. It's not my YouTube chat. It's Lami's YouTube chat. But you can put YouTube chat right there. That's cool, right? Convenient for multi-streamers. Yeah, very convenient for multi-streamers. I don't need YouTube chat because I don't stream on YouTube. Source toolbar. We don't have a source toolbar here. I don't like the source toolbar, so I get rid of it, but there's things you can add and things you can get rid of, and it's very, very nice. A lot of people think that it's not good, but I think it's great. There's a lot of really great things. Let's go here. YouTube chat, Lami's chat again. You want to, yeah, you can do that if you want to keep track of someone else's chat that you're chatting with. Like, you could go, let's go to a Twitch stream. Let's go to a Twitch streamer's chat real quick and get their chat. Let's see. Who do we want? Why don't we go check out Giga? We're going to go into Giga's chat real quick. We're going to pop it out. So, what we got here, we have Giga. So, let me see. We go to settings here, pop out chat. See? Now look at this. We get this link. Now we can go to our dock, custom browser dock. I can't spell. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Now we have this here. Apply. Now we have Giga's chat. Look at that. We have Giga's chat here now. You can get other people's chat in here if you want it. Wait, source icons. I want my source icons. I don't want this. See? Look at that. You can get everything you need. Everything that you need. Whatever you want. Let's see what else. So there's profile stuff here. You probably can't look at this because I am currently live. That's okay. Scene collection. You can have scene collections here. You can import stuff. OBS can automatically find and import scene collections from third-party programs. Would you like OBS to find collections for you? This can be changed later. Yeah, sure. So this is all stuff from Streamlabs. So guess what? If you save your stuff on Streamlabs, OBS can find it. Let's pick this Monster Hunter one. Let's import that. This is our standard one that we have right now. Now we're gonna go to this. Okay. So that looked a little weird, obviously, because I think it was missing a lot of assets that were on another computer. But you can basically import things that you don't need. Hang on. Let me see. Aha. See? I removed that other one. I was about to remove this scene collection and that would have been really bad. That would have been very bad. Very, very bad. What else? Tools. Deck link captions. You can do captions here. I haven't done this a lot, so I don't know what it's used for really. Deck link output. You can do experimental captions. Audio source. You can get it from any audio source. Microsoft text to speech, English, experimental captions here, automatic scene switcher, output timer. So this can stop recording and stop streaming after a certain period of time. Scripts, you can add scripts in here. You find those on the OBS project forum resources. That's where people put a lot of their scripts on there. Scripts can do a whole bunch of things. It's pretty cool. Help, log files, crash reports. There's a help portal. There's a website. There's a Discord server you can go to. There's the about. OBS Studio, 64-bit. Really great. Tools. Hey, look up here. There's an auto configuration wizard. Streamlabs is like, oh, we can optimize everything for you. Guess what? OBS can do that too. OBS can optimize your stuff. It's very good. Stream elements. So this is when you have OBS Live. This is your OBS Live dock stuff. This is where my chat and my activity feed are from. I could just get my chat from the other browser source, but you know, I did it through the OBS Live dock, and I like that. That's my thing. If you are gonna use OBS, I do highly suggest that you also decide to switch over to say Stream Elements. Stream Elements is really nice. What I'll probably do right now is I'm gonna show you guys my Stream Elements stuff, because honestly, it's a lot of stuff that you have to go through on the Streamlabs site anyway. You know? Oh yeah, look at this. Look at all this stuff here. Look at all that stuff that you can get. And it's free. You create your overlay with this stuff for free. For free. For free, chat. For free. You don't have to pay Streamlabs. You don't have to pay them. You go to Stream Elements and you can do it for free. And look at this. It has all this stuff here. You can get it for free. For free. Please use Stream Elements. I beg you. Here, look, you can have overlay. You can have all your overlay stuff. This is stuff you can edit. Like, it'll all show up here. And you're probably like, wait, but then how do I get my overlay? It doesn't give me all the raw files. Well, here's the thing. Let's go to edit. You can get it from here. Copy overlay URL, make a browser source. That way you don't have to worry about getting you don't have to worry about it being on your computer. If your computer dies, guess what? You can easily start all your stuff back up. You can do that in Streamlabs too, but a lot of times it wants you to have everything on the system. This, you don't have anything on the system. All of it gets uploaded to their cloud. The chatbot, I like the chatbot a lot. There's all your commands, user management, your variables. Your variables are essentially things that will display certain user info. Like if you have $user in brackets here, then when you do something like shout out, like watch this. Shout out 1. They're playing game 1 on Twitch channel. This. Like that. It's a little more complicated. I would suggest looking at a YouTube video for that. Spam filters, timers. What else? Pretty much everything that you really need is in Stream Elements. You don't really need a lot of things that are in Streamlabs OBS unless you're just playing around, and that's okay. You know, Streamlabs OBS is like Streamlabs OBS is like high school. Streamlabs OBS is high school, and OBS is college. Granted, I think college is kind of a ripoff now, but like you go to college when you know what you want to do, and in high school you figure out stuff. So that's kind of what I was, thinking about with this stuff. Let me check something here. I think I have this thing set up. Yeah. Hello. I need to do this, and I'm going to move this here. So what's this? Why do I have a blank screen here right now? I have a blank screen here right now because in both Streamlabs and here, we're going to set up a basic UI. We're going to set up a basic overlay of things that you need for streaming. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with Streamlabs OBS. So here we are in a live scene. Right now I have a mic. So we definitely need the mic. Now what else do we need? We need game capture. You can go here, get a game capture. Add source, game capture. Looking for game to capture. I mean, you can capture a specific window. In this case, why don't we just do VTube Studio? Allow transparency. Is it going to find it? Hello? Are you going to find it? Can you not find it? Do you want to capture that? No? Streamlabs OBS? No? Well, as you can see, this is not working. Why is it not working? I don't know. But this is essentially what you do to like capture something. So it's not working. Okay, well, let's pretend we have a game up here. Congratulations, we have a game up here in Streamlabs OBS. I guess you also can't actually see anything right now because I'm doing. Let's just capture the display real quick. So I'm gonna do this. So we're trying to capture OBS. We're trying to capture hang on, this is too big. Let's see. So we were trying to capture VTube Studio and Streamlabs OBS. We couldn't do that. Unlucky. Unlucky. Oh, this is also how you get your chat, which kind of, I don't like the chat bot thing here. Especially because it automatically shows your viewers and you don't want to see that when you're smaller. So we got a game. We're pretending we have a game. Now what else would we need? We would need some alerts. Well, it is pretty simple in here that you can get an alert box. Add the source, put the alert box here. You can go to your properties. Now, for some people, it is kind of nice that you can edit the widget from Streamlabs OBS. I don't really like that. Because that puts a lot of functionality into Streamlabs OBS, but it also puts a lot of strain on your system. Because you can do all this stuff on the Stream Elements website. And again, all that stuff is uploaded to the cloud. So you don't have to worry about it. What is alert queries? New alerts will interrupt the on-screen alert. Okay, that seems weird. There's raids. There's this. You can test a follow. There's that. That's an old one that we don't use anymore. There's subscriptions we can test. You can test it here. That's pretty alright. You have to go onto the onto like Stream Elements in order to test them there, but here's the thing, in their overlay maker on their webpage you can do all of it there. It is a lot easier in my opinion. So we have an alert box. Cool, an alert box. What else do we need? An event list. You can get an event list right here. And you're like, wow, this is really easy, but why would you say that this is bad? Well, here's the thing. You can literally get all this same stuff that is on Streamlabs and put it on OBS, and it won't take as much system like system power. The problem with Streamlabs is all of this stuff is baked into the programming, like into the program itself, and because of that it bogs down your system, which is not good. There's stuff that you don't use that is being utilized in the program. which sucks. You can literally get the the reason why it seems easier to do everything in Streamlabs OBS is because it's all in the program, which to some people is nice. To some people that's nice. I don't think it's nice because that puts too much strain on the single program. So there's that. Let's mute this. Okay. So we want to add stuff to we want to add some stuff on here. Pretty simple stuff. We're going to add our game. What's a game that we want to add on here? Game capture. Create new game capture 2. Capture any full screen application. Capture a specific window. What do we want to get? Capture VTube Studio again, because why not? Actually, it may not work because we're already capturing it. Let's do Go XLR app. Actually, that may not work either. But because I don't have like a game open. What's an easy game I can open right now? What is an easy game I can open? Let's open Among Us. Among Us. So this is here. I'm gonna put it on my other monitor. Let's game capture Among Us. Ta-da. All you have to do is move it down so that it's on there now. Great. I don't care. We're just messing around. Exit. We don't need that anymore. Congratulations, we've got a game overlay. Or we got the game. Now we got to get the next thing. Next thing that we need is event. We need an alert box. Well, we have one on Streamlabs. We've imported it to Stream Elements, but what if we haven't done that? Well, let's go to Streamlabs. You go to our dashboard. And here's the thing. You go to the webpage dashboard, you go to alert box, there's a widget URL. Because here's the thing. The widgets are basically browser sources. They're basically the same thing. The only difference is that those browser sources are baked into Streamlabs OBS and take a lot more system power. So we're going to add a browser source. We'll just call it browser. We'll put our link here. Now, see? I have the exact same thing now. And it's just a browser source. That's it. Nothing else. And it doesn't take as much. Is it a little harder to set up? Small bit. You just get the URL. Go to the browser source. Put the browser source URL into the URL page. Click OK. You're done. Cool. What if we want the event list? Well, it's the same thing. If we want to get it from Streamlabs OBS, we can. We go to the event list. We get the widget URL. And we go to add a browser source. We put the URL for the event list right in there. And it's there. But what if you want to edit it? You can edit it in Streamlabs OBS, but you can't edit it in OBS. That's technically true. But you can also edit it directly from their website. So if you want to edit it from your website, all of that stuff on there, you can do that. And guess what? I actually don't know if this will update in real time. But we're going to go. We've updated our max events to 6. Save settings. Look at that. It's updated. You don't have to use Streamlabs OBS. Streamlabs OBS is deceptively easier. It's not actually easier, in my opinion. That is my opinion, first off. It is not exactly easier. OBS is just as easy, in my opinion. Just as easy. So, it's not any like fancy UI or fancy overlay. Like, I'm not gonna like straight up make an overlay because that's not what I do. Actually, let's go here. But like, everything you need to do that you think you can do easily in Streamlabs OBS, you can do easily in OBS. It may not immediately make sense, but that's okay. It's not supposed to immediately make it may look a little weird at first, but here's the thing, it's honestly just as easy. So yeah, go ahead and use OBS, especially if you're a VTuber. Go ahead and use OBS. You're gonna save yourself so much time. Just take the small little bit of effort. I'm not gonna straight up say that Streamlabs OBS is the worst thing in the world and you should never use it and you're dumb if you use it, because that's not true. It is a very good starting point to learn the basics. It is a good place to learn the basics. However, it is not where you should be. Streamlabs OBS is meant to be temporary. If you want to be a streamer, you don't use Streamlabs OBS forever. They're trying to market it that you use it forever, but you don't have to. Honestly, you should start streaming. If you don't know anything about it at all, you don't know how any of the cool gadgets and things work, if you don't have any like idea of how things like Photoshop work, which I say Photoshop because a lot of the logic within the program is like Photoshop, you know, like sources, they're the same as layers. The one on top is the one that'll be shown first. The one on the bottom is the one that'll be under everything else. If you don't know any of that stuff, Streamlabs OBS is a good place to start. You can learn some things there. But then when you're not happy with how your stream performances are, not like entertainment wise, but like, oh, my game is really laggy. Oh, my model is really laggy. Oh, my computer is blue screening. That's when you got to start considering, is this a computer problem or is it a Streamlabs OBS problem? Because it's true, it can be a Streamlabs OBS problem. Very easily a Streamlabs OBS problem. Yeah, that was a rant. So did y'all learn anything from this? I hope y'all learned something from this. I think it was decently informative. I'm not like the foremost expert on streaming things. I think I gotta fix this a little bit. Why is this looking weird? Oh. Yeah. There you go. There's a nya for you. Well, I'm glad this was helpful to you guys, at least a little bit. Like I said, Streamlabs OBS is a good place to start, but you should never consider staying there. You should never ever consider staying in Streamlabs OBS. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this thing real quick. First I gotta go find this page here. We're going to go to, I'm gonna go back to my live screen in a second, but we're gonna be doing something. We're gonna be doing the ultra meme. Let's see. So, where is it? I wanted to make sure that everything is like safe and it's not gonna like show something it's not supposed to show. Okay. So, let's see real quick. I gotta fix one thing. Hang on. Thank you, Ultimate Enigma, for the follow. I had to delete the I had to delete my other scene that was using the Stream Elements thing because we didn't want that anymore. So, as you can see here, SLOBS OBS. We're right here, and we are uninstalling it. It is gone. Here's the install exe. We're putting it right here. We are emptying the recycling bin. We are now free from SLOBS OBS.